Well, hello there. Since everybody else does it, this is Susie Clancy from the Susie Clancy channel. That's me. This video is going to be not about makeup, not about it's going to be about basically what happened to me. The last video I did was last Wednesday night, and I was all excited. And I was saying, yahoo, I have a day off, and oh my God, I'm going to enjoy myself, and I was going to do this and do that and do everything well. I don't usually come on here and talk about my physical problems, but I think that this is worthy of a video. Oh my Lord. Well, Natalie was not the only one that had a hero. I had a hero. I had a big hunkadory hero, and his name was Frank. But he was not too pleased with me, I tell you. So let me start off with Wednesday night I came on and did a video. And the rest of my week has been, you have no idea. When I finish this video, I had to go for a test at the hospital. I just have like a little weeny bit of makeup on. I've got bags under my bags. I look like hell. I'm wearing something that's about, I don't know, 10 sizes too big for me now. But I just had to come on and share this with you. Because a lot of people have been doing videos that are sort of like close to the heart and things that are happening and very, very poignant. Like Susan losing your dog, and my heart just broke when I saw that video because I know how it feels. And other things too, and I usually don't like to come on with a downbeat video, but this is a downbeat video, but I guess it depends how you look at it. So let me start. So I get up on first of all, I'm laying in bed, and it's Thursday morning, and I open my eyes and I say, oh God, a day off. I don't have to go into dialysis. I don't have to spend the bloody day at the hospital. Yahoo! Yahoozy! And the rest of it is kind of sort of a blur. Anyways, I had on, when I go to bed, I usually wear a t-shirt that's too big for me, and they all are, and just a pair of panties. So I got out of bed, got on my frame walker, which is a Zimmer walker, toddled on into the dining room. At the same time, my doorbell rang. Who the hell is calling me at and I had slept in, and my cats were meowing, they wanted their breakfast. Who the hell was ringing my doorbell at 9 o'clock? So I'm heading for the bathroom. The doorbell phone is on the wall there. And I say, okay, I've got my walker in front of me. If I turn towards the phone, that could be dangerous for me because I really don't walk very well. Not at all. I can walk around my apartment with my walker, which I will never go without again, or hang onto the walls or whatever. And so I was indecisive, so I headed towards the bathroom, at the same time knowing that I had to answer the doorbell to see who was there. And I don't know what happened after that. The next thing I know is this graceful little thing here. I was doing a ballet pirouette. I was going around, and then I fell. And in this residence I live in, it's a government residence, and it's for over 55s. And the one thing that it's a beautiful place, but they never did anything with the floors. The floors are cement with, I guess, some kind of linoleum over it. And the reason for that being, which I can't figure out because there's older people living in here, and older people have a tendency to fall once in a while. Well, with me, it's more than once in a while. Anyway, but a lot of people have dogs and pets, which is really nice, so that's why the floors are like they are. And if you have the money, you can put down a wooden floor, you can put down wall-to-wall carpeting. I can't have scatter rugs or carpeting down here because I will fall. So there I am, I'm going around and around in circles, and I could feel myself going down like this, and something, I don't know if it was an angel or what the hell, But something, I just remembered to lift my head because I would have knocked myself out. I lifted my head and everything was going like that. And there I am down on the floor. And I'm not even going to start with the curse words because I had just fallen the Sunday before. And I was down on the floor for a couple of hours and people have to come in and pick you up and blah, blah, blah. And it's very embarrassing. So there I am down on the floor. But this time I'm not dressed. So I sort of wiggled on I turned over, got onto my belly. I could already start the bruising and my body starting to hurt. And I just reached into the bathroom on a hamper, grabbed my jeans, got the belt, grabbed my jeans, pulled my jeans up, and grabbed some kind of top and put the top on. And there I am laying there. Now to get to a phone. So I crawl to a phone. I call my sister who lives downstairs. My sister is really, really upset. She calls the security. The security comes in. They're not allowed to lift anybody up in who falls. So they had to call an ambulance. Now I had been down on the floor at this point by, I would say, about an hour and a half. The ambulance takes an hour and 5 minutes to get here. When I have fallen before, and believe me, I have fallen before, smart ass me, because I spend so much time in the hospital on dialysis, if I fall, there's no way, there's no bloody way in hell I'm going back to that hospital. No way. No. Not me. Not this stubborn woman. So there I am, and in come these two guys, and I look up, and first thing I thought was, oh my God, what a hunk. There was this guy, he was about 50, his name was Frank, and he was actually English. And so him and his buddy, they got me up off the floor, and they sat me in a chair. And I figured that would be the end of it. And have you hurt yourself anywhere? And I lie like a trooper, and I said, no. Every bone in my body was aching, but I didn't hurt my head. And I said, no, I'm fine. And I even took my arms and I stood up and I started doing a little jig, like holding on to something. Well, he starts attaching. Now, these guys they do it very quickly, and then they ask you if you want to go to the hospital in the ambulance, and you say yes or no, and I always sign the no. This guy, Frank, was having none of this because he hooked me up to his machines. He's a paramedic, not just an ambulance driver. My blood pressure was 200, over 200, and my pulse, and your pulse is usually around 60, my pulse was 120. And he says, listen, he says, he looks at his buddy and he says, go get the stretcher. And I said, no, I'm not going to the hospital, I'm fine. And at the same time, my sister is already in here. My niece came in, so there's all these people sitting around. And I'm getting more hyper and more hyper because I did not want to go to the hospital on my day off. There was no way. I'm cursing and swearing. It's not fair. And I'm beginning to feel cornered because they're all telling me I've got to go to the hospital. And then he tells me, if you don't go to the hospital, we could walk out of here and you can drop dead of a massive heart attack or a major stroke. And we don't want to do that. And I could not leave my mother like this, and I cannot leave you like this. And this man was just amazing because he must have been in here for almost an hour. And the bloody machine that he had down on the floor, it didn't change. So I said, okay, look, I have an anxiety disorder. Maybe if I take some deep breaths and I try to relax and everything, which is very hard to do when you've got all kinds of people sitting around talking and telling you what to do, which I hate anybody telling me what to do. Wasn't budging. So I finally, I gave in. I was madder than hell. I'm scowling at everybody and I'm cursing everybody. I do things like that once in a while. And I really didn't want to go. I really, really didn't. So they get me up onto the gurney, and I'm saying, hey, I need my boots, my coat, and everything else. It's like 150 degrees below zero outside. And so they got me all tucked in and everything else. And my sister stayed behind to lock up and everything, take care of the cats. And they get me in the ambulance. And the first thing I said was, please do not put those flashing lights on because I'll start having an anxiety attack and my blood pressure is really going to go up. So he says, well, we kind of have to because you're critical. I said, I'm not critical. I said, I'm fine. So he was really nice. They didn't put the lights on. They went really fast. And this gorgeous hunk, Frank, sat with me. And he calmed me down, and we were talking, and he's a drummer, and we were talking about my singing and his drumming and everything else. And we get to the hospital, and I said, how long am I going to be in this bloody hospital? I call the emergency room there at the animal house. He says, oh, he says, you'll be in and out. And when you're a dialysis patient, your top priority. Top priority is somebody who's having a heart attack. Top priority is somebody who's like bleeding profusely or whatever. But a dialysis patient is top priority, and especially because they all know me there. So they took me right into the emergency room, which was great because I didn't have to wait around for hours. Rolled me into a room, started taking my vital statistics. My vital statistics. The last time it went down, it was 175 over something, and I just wanted to get the hell out of there. And now it was probably about, the day is very blurry to me. It was probably about 5 o'clock, and I'm talking to one of the gals at the desk in the emergency, and I said, look, I said, would you get someone to go get my boots, get my coat? I'm getting the hell out of here. Nobody's doing anything. They just come and they take my blood pressure and give me an echocardiogram, and there's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. I want to go home. Oh, no. So they went and got the doctor right away. The doctor came, and I told her what happened, and she examined me, and nothing hurt, or if it did hurt, I didn't let on it did. But I know I didn't break anything, and I've fallen so many times that I know my body. So she says, I'm releasing you. Well, I gave that woman the biggest hug, and I called her Dr. Wonderful. Then I called my beautiful older son, and at the same time I was calling him my younger son, my beautiful younger son. He was trying to call me because my sister had called everybody in the family to tell them that I was in the hospital. So she got in touch with my two sons, because I wouldn't have called them, because it's just the way I am. I'm loosey-goosey, independent, I don't know. And I called Holly. Or no, Holly called here when my sister was at the table, and Holly was having a fit all afternoon at work. But anyways, finally my big, tall, handsome son walks in, we get me ready. He puts me in a wheelchair, wheels me out the front door, got into his car, and oh God. And I came home, and I don't remember too much after that. I know that I was aching from head to foot. The next day I was black and blue. And so the next day was Friday. And I've been having so many tests. I've been having it's like this week we are what are we today? Tuesday? Well, I've already been for 2 tests. I went for a test yesterday, then I went to dialysis. This morning I had to be for another test. I have to go for another test tomorrow, and then I have to go for another test on Thursday before dialysis. And my only day off will be Friday when I go to dialysis, and then I'll have my weekend. So that's what my week has been like, not to mention all kinds of crazy things that have happened concerning people that work for the government here, that work for the Transport Adapté, that are the most miserable so-and-sos. And some of them are wonderful, but I have run into every miserable, and this doesn't happen to me very often. I've run into every miserable bus driver that transports me. At one point I thought I was being kidnapped because this guy was driving me home. I didn't know where the hell I was. So that's what happened to me since last Thursday. And that's why you haven't seen me do a video. And so I just thought I'd come on here and explain it to you. And I'm fine now. I'm just bruised, and I've got my sturdy walker beside me, and I won't move in this apartment without it because I am not going to fall again. I've got Natalie's friend we're trying to come up with some kind of idea, some kind of contraption, so that when I fall, I can get up myself, because the bottom of my legs I can't use. The top of my legs I can use, but if you can't use the bottom of your legs, you can't get into a kneeling position. You can't get yourself up. So I'm trying. I'll be damned. I'm going to have something made, put in here, so that if I fall, I just wiggle my RC over there, get up on the thing, and elevate myself up until I'm in a chair, and then I'm okay. So that's been my time since last Thursday. I hope yours was better. I'm sure it was. Maybe for some, no. But I really don't want another week like I just had. But I felt compelled to come on here and tell all my lovely beauties over 40 what has happened to me and why I didn't do a video and why I'm sitting here sans makeup looking like the wrath of God. But you know what? I don't care because you're dear, dear friends. And I just want to tell you all that I love you. My heart goes out for all those who are going through stuff and suffering. And that's it. I'm going to now head into my bedroom, have about a 2-hour sleep, and wake up and feel wonderful. And then tomorrow's another day. So you have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. And the next video will not be about my dialysis and everything else. But I don't know. I guess I just want to tell you about my hero. My hero. Oh, my God, was he cute. He was so cute. And he was a drummer. Oh, Lord. Anyway, so I'll let you go. Bye. Au revoir de Montreal. From Machine. Oh, and believe me, right today when I went out for my tests, that cold hit me and my hands almost fell off. I have no idea what the temperature is here. But it is insane. It is not fit for human beings. So those of you, I always get a giggle that it's 30 degrees and you're freezing. I guess for you it's freezing, but if you get to like 30 below, that's pretty bloody cold. So you have a great, great day. Have a wonderful week, and I'll be doing a video when I get my head all together again, and it'll be before this weekend. Okay? So take care. Love you. Mwah. Bye. Now, did this thing come out? I wonder if it did. My Lord, I look awful. I got caterpillar eyebrows. I've got to pluck them. Pluck, 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 pluck.